There is a rumour, a big groundswell of opinion that started as vague conjecture and has built unabated into slightly less vague conjecture. This rumour? Pez is good, really good. Talk of another changing of the guard like we saw in the mid-2000s has been increasing, but is this a lot of fuss about nothing? There are few rivalries in gaming as big as FIFA versus Pez. EA are not ones to back down, but even they saw how they'd been usurped on the hardwood by the 2K series of NBA games. Rather than one side conceding a losing battle, however, Pez and FIFA have gone at it for years, with each side enjoying periods of prosperity. It was EA that really took the bull by the horns when it came to the current generation of consoles and haven't looked back. But maybe if they had looked back, they would have seen that Pro Evo has been slowly and subtly improving year on year, and Pro Evo 2014 could be the year they break out.
A goal for Barcelona, and that's the opener for this game.
Pro Evo's small and incremental improvements in shooting and passing over the past 3 or so years have now been joined by some wholesale changes to the controls and the physics that could finally help them take a big leap forward. Firstly, the controls. In last year's game, you had to memorise an almost unending sequence of stick taps, and you had to recite passages from ancient poetry to perform a simple step over. Now, though, you use intuitive rotations of the left and right sticks. The right stick controlling your weight shift, as they call it, and the left your ball direction. It's a slightly different take on what has become the standard method of ball control in almost all sports games, and it's long overdue. On the physics front, Konami claim to have created a system whereby the ball and the players are two entirely separate things, reacting independently of one another, rather than scripted animations combining the two. This is where we have to say things like feel, because like other inexplicable phenomena like dark matter or Miley Cyrus, there aren't really adequate words to describe what we mean. It's not realism. Neither Pez nor FIFA are realistic portrayals of football. It's about which elements and nuances of the beautiful game they feel should be captured to provide you with a fun and competitive football experience. Like one of those Formula 1 experience days that's not really in a Formula 1 car.
Real chance. He scores. It's a 2-goal lead now.
So Pez 2014 feels as if it's had its big breakthrough. A combination of logical changes to elements that were holding it back for the players, and under the surface changes to how the game reacts within itself to create an overall experience that is really enjoyable. Like defending, it's become simplified and genuinely tactical as you weigh up your many choices. Everything from quick formation changes you can make when operating on certain parts of the pitch to your different tackle styles, the effectiveness of which are determined by the personality of the players and the team you're controlling. It makes you play to a style to find a tactical advantage rather than just having good players being really fast and really strong so you can't tackle them. So Pro Evo has made huge leaps forward. It's become a much simpler, more intuitive game with a much needed dose of logic and cohesiveness that was sorely needed for a series that many had written off. Couple this with a slight slowing of the development rate in the FIFA series, and for the first time in a good 6 or so years, your choice of football game is going to be a genuinely difficult one to make. Will Pro Evo have the almost infinite number of game modes and comprehensive licensing of FIFA? Of course not, but on the pitch, you might find a different story.